Go out now to Jeanne Raya. She's actually the former chair of the Independent Redistricting Committee. It's a great honor to have you on live with us tonight, because the first thing I think we want to ask you is, how do you feel about this special election? What does this mean to you tonight?
Well, it's been of great concern to a number of my colleagues that I served with on the 2010 Commission, as well as there are 7 commissioners from the current commission who are also opposed to this proposition. The proposition is not the answer to it. It may feel good to think that we're going after everything that we don't like about the Trump administration, but it's really not the effective way to do this. Apart from disregarding the commission itself, it's also just mathematically probably not likely to produce the result that we're hoping for. We don't even know what's going to happen with the Texas maps at this point, and there are other red states very quickly jumping in to the redistricting wars. So I'm very concerned about if the proposition does pass, and I guess the polling indicates that it's likely to pass. I'm concerned about what's going to come next.
I have to ask you, with Michelle Obama, we had the "when they go low, we go high" phrase, and now we're hearing the governor say, no, we're going to fight fire with fire type of thing. On which side do you fall when you hear those types of things?
Well, I think that the Yes on 50 campaign has been very effective at reaching people emotionally with that let's fight fire with fire. We're saving democracy. It's our only chance. We may never vote again. That's been very effective, I think, in rousing people to come out and vote yes, simply because they think this is really going to make a difference, or it's going to be a very strong message to Trump. I just don't think that is the way it goes at all. That's not to say that I think of on the other side of it, that it's just a moral position, and we can't possibly, get into a fight of some kind, but the fight should be finding good candidates, crafting a message that resonates with voters, and getting out the vote to elect the candidates that we want. So it's more than just drawing the district lines. It's really a whole lot of things that have to happen, and the voters, I think, are going to need to take a look in the future at what they're willing to do, the kind of work they're willing to put in to get their representatives elected.
Jeanne, should Prop 50 pass, what does it mean for the rest of the decade? Where does this position California?
Well, it means that for the 26, 28, and 30 congressional elections, the maps that were drawn by the Democrats, by the legislature in secret, without any public input, absolutely zero transparency, those maps will be used for those 3 election cycles. So the notion that it's temporary or that it's a choice, I think, are, again, loaded words that have been used in the Yes campaign that really mislead voters. They don't have a choice. They have a yes or no choice, but really nothing to say about the maps themselves. And as far as what's going to happen in 2030, a new commission will be seated, and if the independent commission is allowed to come back, if there is no new crisis declared, then those maps would still be used in 2030. That's 3 cycles where the voters have nothing to say about who the candidates will be for those 3 elections.
And I have to say, Republicans have warned that this perhaps sets the stage to do away with the Redistricting Commission. What do you think when it comes to that?
Well, I do have a concern that, as I said, a new crisis could be declared. For example, after 2030, it's very likely that California will lose congressional seats due to a population decline. So, yes, it's possible that then we say, we're kind of concerned about whether we can maintain that influence in Congress with fewer seats in California. So we need to set aside the independent commission once again, and then go back to doing gerrymandered maps. And I think it's important for voters to recognize that neither party is innocent in this gerrymandering. It's historic across the country, and I think there's always that self-interest on the part of politicians to hang on to their seat, to hang on to their power. And this redistricting war is just kind of driving that hyper-partisanship even more. So to think of it as a solution, I think, is completely misleading, because all we're doing is driving Democrats farther to one extreme and Republicans farther to the other. We're completely ignoring the people in the middle, who are either moderates of both parties or independents.
Well, we cannot thank you enough. The former chair of the Independent Redistricting Committee joining us here on air live tonight. We do thank you for that. Your perspective is just invaluable.